there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today I wanted to talk Lamh and Mariah Carey. Like you guys know why you're here today. I wanted to talk about an update to the lawsuit, you guys, regarding Black Titanic versus Maurice versus Own, courtesy of True Tea. So shout out to True Tea, because she is the one that broke the story, that broke what was going on and what the latest update is regarding this lawsuit and what next steps are. So what basically my takeaway is the Own network has responded, right? Because they have been added as a defendant, right? As well, in addition to Maurice, of course. And they responded trying to get themselves dismissed from this case, right? And presenting, you know, their rationale as to why they feel they need to be dismissed, right? And the thing that was hilarious to me was they were pulling the Mariah Carey, you guys. They were pulling the I don't know her. I do not know Maurice. I don't think he's not an employee of ours. He doesn't represent us. We do not know him. He's not like us. like just completely removing all ties to Maurice, as if Maurice never existed, as if Maurice has never worked for them, as if Maurice has nothing to do with them, you guys. Can you make it make sense? Can you make it make sense? But here's the thing, if Black Titanic's attorney has receipts, has proof that Own is employing Maurice, then this is a moot point, right? Now, I understand that Winner from Love and Marriage DC had said on her platform that she gets her checks from Kingdom Reign Entertainment, that she's not getting her checks from Own, right? However, we do not know what is the case with Love and Marriage Huntsville, right? Because Love and Marriage Huntsville, when that came to be, that was still at the height when Oprah was very much active with the network and very much involved. So we do not know, you know, if the process changed at all, if Own was more involved back then versus now, or if Own is still involved. We don't know, right? The extent of that, right? But nonetheless, I'm not shocked that Own requested to be dismissed from the case, just like Maurice requested to be dismissed in the countersuit, and it got denied. It's True Tea, I believe, said that the next court date is going to be in October, where Own's going to have to present their reasoning and their evidence as to why they feel they should be removed and dismissed as a defendant in the case. And, you know, we'll see what happens, right? I'm not too, like, upset about them requesting to be dismissed. I don't understand some of the reaction that people have. Nonetheless, I want to say this, you guys. We don't know everything that, you know, this attorney has that is going to, you know, prove that Own and Maurice, you know, are liable. We don't have those receipts. All we have is just what the updates are from the hearings thus far in this lawsuit, right? But I don't know if any of you guys have been in a lawsuit before or have filed a lawsuit before. It's not just like an overnight thing like, hey, we're going to sue you, and within like 90 days or so, there's going to be a decision. No. Lawsuits can take years, you guys. Lawsuits can take a very, 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 very long time to get sorted out. And this is a very huge case. And the timing of this, considering recent events as well, of a possible investigation into some other things that also could coincide with this lawsuit as well. Because here's the thing, Maurice already basically admitted that he was doing nefarious things to get access to content creators' info. He already admitted that, right? So isn't that, you know, illegal? Isn't that a crime? Isn't that, you know, something you're not supposed to be doing? Right? So again, if there's already receipts that, you know, Maurice has admitted wrongdoing, and then there is corresponding receipts that can show that Own is not
kind to black women, is setting up black women for failure. There is tons of footage from reunion episodes and even episodes this season where, in particular, the fan base and content creators are being targeted and being unfairly targeted and labeled and called all types of horrible names and being basically lumped in as if they're monolithic, as if they're one. So nonetheless, there is plenty of footage, both on the show as well as on social media, whether it is in Instagram lives or Instagram posts, whether it is in these Facebook groups and these messy comments and all of these things, all of these conspiracies, all of these things that are being put out there. There is a trail, right? Because I've even seen comments that were on Facebook and other places accusing Black Titanic, accusing Mel of being these masterminds of all of these things that have happened, right? They're accusing them of all being the mastermind behind all of this stuff. And my thing is, where are the receipts? Where is the proof? And I feel that they're doing that on purpose because of what happened with the Stormy situation. But nonetheless, there's zero proof to indicate that Mel, Black Titanic, or anybody else, for that matter, is responsible for anything that has gone on that was negative, that has happened to any person in this cast. And like I said, a lot of the things that this cast complains about, as far as, you know, alleging that people are stalking them, alleging all of these other things, I still don't see any receipts of that. I still don't see any proof. And the other piece as well is trying to just label anybody who is a fan, a Melameter or a Mel supporter, when something goes wrong or something goes haywire, is completely and utterly insane to me. There are plenty of fans of this show, whether casual or loyal fans or whomever, who don't like any of you guys, who don't support any of you guys, who don't see it for any of you guys. And it's not personal. They just don't see it for you, right? So nonetheless, you don't know what some of these people's motivations are for, you know, not liking you, not seeing it for you. But like I keep saying in all my videos and pertaining to this, you guys also alienated your own fans. You guys made a decision early on in the show that you guys were going to hide behind the Mel and Tel drama, that you guys were just going to provide background commentary and take Martel's side, and, you know, we were all just supposed to sit back and just watch this tomfoolery, watch Martel humiliate and disrespect his ex-wife on camera for several seasons and gaslight and manipulate the situation and try to turn the cast against her and make it as though Mel was the issue and Mel is the mastermind and Mel is the problem. That turned off fans because the fans are like, listen, enough with this tomfoolery with Martel getting away with this behavior, number one, and enough of your tomfoolery of not showing us your real lives, which brings us to Scott 2.0 this season, you guys, because I very much, this is showing more than ever with the setup of the Melameters and Mel supporters this season being attacked and being maligned and being utilized as a storyline by this entire cast and not having the same smoke or the same energy to say their true feelings to Mel's face, but behind her back are saying all types of malicious things and on social media saying all types of, malicious things. And I think coupled with that, I think the plan was with this lawsuit, I think that was the plan for the storyline to show, to piggyback off of what happened with Stormy and Black Titanic, to piggyback off of that storyline, to phase into, this situation with Maurice and, his lawsuit against the content creators. He was going to try to utilize this as a storyline to say, hey, I'm suing these content creators. They've gone too far. They've said and did X, Y, and Z about me. And I think that was going to be his storyline. But the problem now is there's a lawsuit, like a real lawsuit this time. In the response to what Maurice attempted to do, right? So there's a response by Black Titanic, and now On is also a defendant as well in this countersuit. So now that puts a damper on things, because here's the problem. If you move forward with this storyline, basically you're saying you don't care about what's happening. Right? You don't care about what is currently taking place in the court of law. And the thing is, any footage that is, again, attacking Black Titanic, attacking content creators, giving validity that Black females are being targeted negatively, it is going to completely be a slam dunk for Black Titanic's attorney, right? If that is the direction. So it makes sense that the Scotts 2.0 are missing from several scenes this season, you guys. Because I think that was going to be the plan. They were going to piggyback off of, like I said, the Mel supporters, Mellometers being deplorable, being crazy, according to Marceau, and that they're causing all this chaos, they're causing all this madness, they're causing all this discord, and they're responsible for everything that's wrong in these people's lives. And then we have the Stormy situation in which that was framed a certain way for the show. Didn't have all of the details, didn't show everything that actually happened, didn't show, the proper footage, the proper information so that people were well informed of what all took place, right? So you piggyback off of that. So basically the narrative is presented on the show. Black Titanic tried to get me arrested, but my lawyer handled it all. I just only had to be arrested for 15 minutes and I just got glammed up so that I can be in a prison cell for a few minutes and holding. And then everything was taken care of. Everything got dismissed, right? That's the version of events. So then Maurice can piggyback and try to say, oh, well, Black Titanic, this has been a continued thing. She's after all of us in the cast. She's stalking all of us in the cast. She's attacking all of us in the cast, and couple that with the other couple of YouTubers and subscribers, and add that is like, listen, I'm going to take legal action because I was trying to be nice to them and trying to have them do X, Y, and Z. They didn't give me apologies. They didn't, beg down on their knees and give me this public apology for X, Y, and Z. So I'm going to sue them, except for Maurice didn't take into account that people were going to actually respond. That people actually were going to file a countersuit against him, that an actual attorney was going to look into everything that has taken place and provide the actual evidence and receipts to show things that he was attempting to do was completely and utterly fraudulent. Trying to expose somebody's identity, trying to find their bank records, trying to find out who somebody's significant others are or where somebody lives, and trying to, like what does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything, right? And so nonetheless, both parties took down their videos and you still tried to move forward with this madness. But you weren't anticipating that this was going to get to this level, and your request to be dismissed from the countersuit got denied. But like I said in a previous video, I do not see it as an issue of anybody requesting for, to be dismissed. That's the first thing that anybody would do, right? You would want to be dismissed from a lawsuit, right? But I think this judge, the fact that they approved and authorized for Owen to also be a defendant of this case, the fact that they denied Maurice in his request to be dismissed, they feel that they have something. And they want to see all of the evidence. They want to see everything that is presented to see what the arguments are that show in support of there being an issue of Black women being targeted and Black women being unfairly attacked and treated, that also coincides with the show. So if they didn't feel that there was a case or that this was something frivolous, they would have thrown the case out a long time ago. But the fact that they have not, dismissed anything tells me they want to move forward. They want to see all of the evidence, and they want to see, what everybody is going to present to the judge to say, hey, here is the proof of Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, and all the things of all of these examples to say, hey, your defendants are the issue. Your defendants are perpetuating a negative and toxic work environment for Black women, and it's carrying on to targeting specific Black female YouTubers as well to try to have them have the same treatment as the Black women on the show, and it is not going to work. So there definitely is various ways, various avenues that this case can go, But I just hope people are not freaking out at the littlest of things and, you know, trying to be the lawyer behind the computer screen and all these things and just letting everything play out, because as far as I'm concerned, we're still in the early stages of this lawsuit. Like basically, to me, that's how it feels, because nothing really has, you know, really gotten to the meat and potatoes yet, which is going to be presenting the actual evidence that is going to prove, hey, this is a valid lawsuit. This is a valid reason for this countersuit happening. And here is all of the examples. Here are the particular clips from specific episodes that air on the OWN network that validate this lawsuit. Here's the specific Instagram videos and Instagram posts and Facebook posts and comments that validate this countersuit. So once that comes into play, you're talking a whole new ballgame, you guys, and you don't know yet what footage, what information, what evidence Black Titanic's attorney is going to be presented. Like I said, all we have reaction to right now are these initial court dates, which were, you know, the initial hearings of presenting what the case was, and the requests, you know, both from Black Titanic and Maurice and OWN to be dismissed from the case. And so far, Black Titanic and Maurice both were denied dismissals, which means they want to move forward with the case. And then OWN has until October to present their rationale as to why they feel they need to be dismissed, and then a decision will be made after that. But either way, this case is moving forward, with or without OWN, right? Because there is enough there, even if with OWN trying to distance themselves and pretend that Maurice never existed with him, that there is enough that Maurice has admitted on his own, apparently, that is going to, you know, give validity for this case to continue. So for me, I'm not worried about anything either way, because nonetheless, we've got a long way to go, you guys. We've got a very long way to go, and you know, I can't wait to see what is going to be presented in court, what the evidence is going to be, because just based off of the initial filing and response alone from Black Titanic's attorney, and just laying out how the Black female YouTubers have been targeted unfairly, and just going in on how much Black women are being negatively impacted and mistreated and mishandled and all these things. When I was, you know, reading through all of that and seeing all of that, I knew that this lawyer was going to be on it, was going to be on top of things, and was going to make sure that these people got properly dragged, that these people got properly exposed. So I am not worried, you know, in terms of nothing being dismissed right now, because I feel it's important for everybody to present their case so that the judge has the facts. And then you also have the facts of people admitting that they're doing things that are illegal. So with that being said, you know, why would they dismiss it, right? If somebody's already admitting to some of the crimes, why would they be dismissed from the case? And if you have supporting footage that airs on the OWN network that also supports this countersuit, how would you be dismissed? Right? But again, they would have to show proof as well that they do not employ Maurice, that they have nothing to do with Maurice, and all of these things. And that's going to be the fun part, right? That is going to be the very interesting part if they're trying to completely remove themselves from Maurice, and that would explain why Maurice is being removed from the season in several episodes and is nowhere to be found except for ancillary scenes, whether he's trying to big up Martell, or in this upcoming episode that's going to air later tonight, where he and Kemi are on a double date with Sunny and Moses when they're talking about moving to Huntsville. But again, these are ancillary scenes that have nothing to do with anything. This is not the original storyline or plot, obviously, that wanted to move forward. Clearly, it was this lawsuit that was supposed to be a part of a storyline, except for it turned legitimate. And now OWN is added as a defendant as well. So nonetheless, those scenes are going to get scrapped because, you know, you don't want to utilize anything that could be used against you in the court of law. Which makes sense, allegedly, while previous scenes were being removed when Martell got convicted for the revenge P. right? When Destiny said in a reunion episode that she knew where all the bodies were buried and knew something in particular that was damaging against Mel, that was, many people speculated, was in reference to that revenge pee, and it's missing. Same thing that happened, like I said, with Welcome to Sweetie Pies with Tim Norman when he was under investigation and getting arrested and breaking the law. They still had him on the show. They still were trying to like delete scenes and anything else that looked like it could be utilized against him. But here's the thing. Most people, if they're going to be tracking something in particular, if they're going to be holding on to certain receipts, if they have all the episodes saved on demand on their DVR, on their platforms, or they can go to any of these websites that also upload the episodes, in real time of what actually happened, you can always go back to those websites and reference those specific episodes, and not the new removed and edited episodes that are on the actual app. So I don't understand that whole rationale of, we're going to delete scenes, we're going to delete footage, but it's already out there. There's already receipts of the original scenes, because not only do the social media accounts, clip all of the scenes, but like I said, there are also websites, there are third-party websites that you can go to that have all of these episodes. Now, you'll have to be careful about spam, but all of the episodes are there without commercials. All of the original episodes. Nothing is edited out. That goes for Welcome to Sweetie Pies. That goes for this show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, as well. So, there is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.